What's in the box? What's in the box? This episode, BOP. Buick, Oldsmobile, Pontiacs, they don't seem to get enough love. So we're taking a look at Revell's 71 Olds 442 in a W-30 spec. Let's see what's in the box. Now, as usual, first thing in the box is the instruction manual. Some don't use it, some only jump to the instructions, but you know, it's always good to take a look at the blurb that comes with the car itself and what the model is based on. So 1971 was kind of when, you know, cars started getting more boring. Emissions started to get more tightly regulated, but actually for Oldsmobile, they took, you know, what was the 442 Cutlass back in 64, was the original 442. It had 4-barrel carb, a 4-speed manual and twin exhaust pipes. That's how it got the 442 moniker. And then basically, as you get to 71, this was the last hurrah. The W-30 denotes the best of the breed back in those days, right? So super cool. It had a 455 cube V8, about 350. So when you look at the decals, you get a fair bit of striping that goes down the sides, on the hood, wood grain interior, Firestone for the tyres, etc. So, you know, that'll help to bring to life a pretty cool time in history for muscle cars. You'll see you've got 442 text, Firestone tyres, some of the OEM labels for the engine bay, W-30, locks, and a few other bits and pieces. That looks like you've got cup holders. It's actually where the winder for the window would go. That would have been cool back in those days, but it is what it is. So first things first, the body. And that's a typical coupe shape. What's not typical is, you know, you've got a nice little arch protruding through on the rear quarter. That's super cool. I always like to put the hood on straight away because that helps the creative juices get flowing. And to be honest, just looking through, there is no flash. That's a 0 on the flashometer. So next we've got the chassis. No molded in exhaust, which is good. Frame rails, molded in fuel tank. Kind of what you'd expect from a Revell kit, but again, very clean. This is where the hood was, but you can see the hood hinges there. The 2 of the 442, so the twin exhausts. Front suspension and steering as you'd expect. The hubs actually have a hole through it, so there's a pin that goes there. I'll show you the pin. And then for the differential, there's actually 2. They might look the same, but this one is actually for the factory W27 option. This one is more of an aftermarket braced version. If I bring this other tree into view, you can see an aftermarket differential cover and then the factory W27 cover. And then some bracing that would sit over it. So, you know, there are a couple of extra pieces on this to get some performance versions. Also, while you've got the sump for the engine and the engine block, you've also got an option for an automatic transmission or the manual. So in line with the 442, that would be your option. But if you wanted automatic because you had to lend the car to your wife and she couldn't drive stick, that's what you'd go for. If we continue on the engine, valve covers are pretty basic. Heads are nice and detailed. Intake manifold with a single carb option. Headers are nicely detailed, but they are very OEM. And then you've got the twin snorkel air cleaner cover. That's actually a 2-piece. So that would get nicely detailed. Sticking to the engine, you've got, you know, all the other bits and pieces, water pumps. You've got a nice alternator with a bracket there, power assisted brakes. Looks like AC vacuums as well. It's all nicely detailed. Again, really clean sort of tooling. There's almost no flash. I haven't seen any flash yet. I'll show you the chrome tree now. Obviously, it's a very nice bright chrome. You can see straight off the camera there. The front looks good. It is a 1-piece, so it is going to take some detailing to get some realism through it. You've got chrome wheel cover options that you can black out. The rear bumper is a nice chrome. And then you've got window winders. You've got the single carb, which looks like, you know, Rochester or thermoquad. Rear vision mirror, fuel pump, mirrors, number plate, fan clutch, and then you've got those hood pins. Basic wheel backings, 3-piece each. Multi-piece radiator, shroud, radiator itself, steering rack, firewall, radiator front, so you'd put the other side of the radiator onto the back here. And if we continue the coolness, so you've got the dash, but you've got 2 center consoles because obviously one option is for auto and one's for manual. You've even got 2 sets of pedals. automatic and manual. So if you really were committed to tram spec, you can actually build it a full tram spec. Steering wheel is nice as well. You can see the spokes are nicely spread. There's no flash even on those. Excellent. Door trims, bucket seats of the Aero, two-piece bucket seats, that's the back. And I'd be interested to see how this assembles because everything else is so clean. You always get that seam when you join the two pieces together, but this is a super clean kit. I really like to see the buttons on the door trims. It all comes through, so that's going to be super awesome to detail out. Interior tub is one big piece with the engine bay. And so now here's something I didn't expect. So spoiler and the sun visors, and the teardrop mirrors. But this looks like a convertible top. Now if I take that convertible top off and just do a quick sort of eyeball test, it looks like it could fit. If I get the interior tub and take a look, again it looks like it lines up with the back of the parcel tray. It could fit in there, but I can't see any guide for cutting the body. So if you're thinking of a convertible, you've got to be ready. So measure once, cut twice. Or if you want to make it easier for yourself, measure twice and cut once. Now, how would I build it? I'd probably go Pro Street. So bigs and littles, I think I'd go with SMS Champagne Gold, which is a GM colour. And as well as the gold, I'd probably go with the white decals for the stripes on the hood. A Lenco would work well. Some wheelie bars. And go with, instead of a GM motor, let's put a big blown Hemi. There we go. Enjoy.